Hello, good morning. How is everyone doing? This is Mr. O. Welcome to this morning's quick broadcast. And today we're just gonna touch base with ourselves as we do this journey to my destination. How's been your weekend? Has been your Today is the first day the students are going back to school, so everyone is alert. Joseph, good morning, Mr. Jose. How are you doing in Missouri? So Mr. Say has a very unique story, and I believe at the appropriate time he'll be here to share, inspire somebody, and change your world How are you? How is progress for everyone that is on this journey with me? I know all of us are on different journeys. Some are on the journey to the west, some are on the journey to the east, some are on the journey to nowhere. Yes, it's also a journey. Yeah, some are going nowhere, some are just basically living. I mean, they live for the moment. That is fine, you know, irrespective or however you look at it. All of us are on a journey. Michael, good morning. All of us are on a journey of a sort. And it takes a lot for you to track your progress and to bring yourself back on track if you've lost track. Those of you who have used GPS to drive before, you realize that there are times that you are using the GPS to go somewhere, right? And the road is closed. There is a road closure. Definitely, this GPS will reroute you. Okay, that is what it normally does. Either Google or Apple uh, map or whatever. All right. Whenever you are going somewhere and there is a problem, there's an accident somewhere, the GPS by default will reroute you. It will give you a different turn. It said, hey, you know what? There's accident on this road that you want to use. So we are giving you this particular road because it will take you to your destination faster. Well, good morning. Yes, so Michael, I'm doing wonderful. I'm doing wonderful. Seraphine, good morning to you as well. Amen. Good morning. You're watching from the US, right? Welcome. So as I was saying, the GPS could reroute you, giving you the best of road that will take you to your destination faster. But on life's journey, all right, on life's journey, these things, there are times that you will have to reroute yourself. Okay, the technology by default will say, "Oh, I found a different route. I find a faster route, a faster place for you to use." Okay, so that one you just follow it because as of now I'm going to school, I'm just following my GPS. When there's an accident, it will alert me that there is a delay, 10 minutes delay ahead of you. So use this other road, and it will take you to the same destination faster. But we as humans, we have an inherent GPS. Yes, we have an inbuilt GPS. We have something that is called the guts. And I believe those of you who have been on this page for long, you know Coach Scoffrey has spoken about it. He has taught us a few things about it before. If you don't know him, go look for him, follow him, listen to him, learn. The gut feeling. You know, those days when our forefathers never had this technology, they will always tell you, say, me timing can't like me what can be said. I have this feeling, I have this instinct. that this must happen or I should do this, you know? And there are times they tell you that if you mention somebody's name and you don't see him, then something bad has happened, because you see, you could be there. Sometimes you hear a name in your ears, like, or you hear somebody calling you, or you hear you have this strong edge that this person is coming to your, you feel the energy. That is the gut feeling, and that is our inherent GPS that has been inbuilt in us as humans. So if you're on a progress journey, if you are making a move within you, you could get to a point and it would tell you that, hey, take the left turn. Sometimes people walk in life and they said, oh, as I was going, oh, this sun is giving us a blare. Then the person will say, as I was going, I had this feeling, I heard a voice spoke to me that I should turn left. And as soon as I turned left, then the accident happened. All right? Yes, that is your inbuilt natural GPS. That one, it doesn't depend on technology. You just have to reprogram yourself. And you see, everyone has a way of programming themselves to be able to be in tune with the GPS, your human GPS. In the sense that some do it. If you're a Christian, you believe, you do it by prayer. If you are not too religious and you believe in science, you can easily use that, because the intuition is deep. It will just come. You feel it. It will tell you. Sometimes people hear voices and say, hey, the move you want to make, don't make it. All right? You are applying to go to school in Iceland. Please don't go. You have this strong edge. And sometimes too, it could be a conflict of so many things. But most of the time, if you are in tune with yourself, if you are in tune with your spirit, if you are in tune with your inner being, you realize that you are able to use this to your advantage easily. Is that okay? And that is one thing that I will urge all of us to develop. If you have not developed it well, develop it. Because on this progress journey, it's going to help you. How are you tracking your progress? How are you moving? How do you know that this is the right time for me to hit it? This is the right time for me to make this move. How do you know that the time is ripe for me to do this application? Prince, good morning. Informer, Patrick, I see all of you. And even if you are on the journey already, those of us who have done our evaluation, we have done this, we have done applications, we've done everything. How do you know that this is the interview that will make me or unmake me? You need to develop that. If you have not developed it, I will urge you. All I want to urge you this morning to do is to develop that inner sense of your GPS, to track your progress. It is very important to track progress. In fact, psychologists, sociologists will always tell us that we should always track our progress. So people develop progress trackers. In fact, Sister Manson has a progress tracker. If you are under his tutelage, you have to buy that book, create your plans. In fact, for me, she's going to beat me. Bismarck, good morning. Wisdom says God has given a GPS to everyone to need to activate through the word, prayer, fasting, faith, spirit, discernment in every is very necessary. Yes, bonjour, wisdom. It is very good. That's what I say. If you are religious, you can activate it through so many means. And we have diaries. That is why even they created diaries, so that you can be able to say, oh, tomorrow I have this. Wednesday I have to go to this place. There are people who do it and they follow it to the letter. But there are some of us too who are not so good with diary. So we depend on our instincts, we depend on our intuitions to do things. Whichever way you can do it. If you are the diary person, get a diary. I don't mind. Look, I have diaries that are 2019, 2018. I don't care. So long as it's a diary and it's fresh, no one has written in it, I use them. I don't really care because I will create my own date and I will use it. Because what I want to use it for has nothing to do with whether the date in the diary is current or not. So if you are the diary person, get a diary. Track your progress. If you want to lose weight, you should be able to take measurements every now and then. The amount of calories you are eating, how you burn them, how your body is responding to it. Is it working or not? That is the only way you can know that you are making some sort of progress. Displacement is just the displacement in science, as we have all learned. It's just a movement from one place to another, irrespective of the means. So there could be a push, there could be a pull, there could be anything that will displace you. You understand? It doesn't mean you are still where you are. And sometimes to displacement could be just displacement. Most of us make displacement and it is not progress. Yes, moving from one place to another, from point A to point B by any means. Yet it is not a progress that we can actually speak to or track. So you have to put a tracker on it, track every bit of it. How am I going? That is why even children, when you guys who have children, if you look at it carefully, you go to the nursing centers or the pediatric doctors, they have these height measurements, right? That they'll put your child, they'll check the weight, they'll put your child on the wall to check the height. Whether they are using that or they are using electronic means, now they have an electronic one that they can use to check the height. They want to check the weight, they want to check how that child is developing. They are tracking the development of that child. So at the point they could tell you your child is not growing as a normal child because by this age you are supposed to attain a certain height. By this age you are supposed to attain a certain weight. By this time the child is supposed to have attained a certain maybe speech development. Even the developmental stages of a child, we all know. Those of you who did psychology, child psychology, you guys know special education. At every stage, the child is assumed or supposed to be developing different traits. And that shows progress. And how do you track that? Scientists develop so many parameters for tracking that. All right? I know some parents don't believe in it. Some even don't take their children to the antenatal or the weighing centers or whatever. That's what we call it in Africa, right? The weighing centers. Because basically they were just weighing to check if your child has the right weight. And so you realize that in all facets of our life, there is a tracker for progress. Yes, even in school. If you are in the university, you are in the primary school, you are in the middle school, you are in the high school, progress can be tracked using what? Assessment. Yes, they want to see where you are at any point in time. So your teacher comes to class, he teaches you, he said, listen, I give you this homework, you guys go and do it. The teacher needs to know where you are so that when he or she comes back to the class, he or she will be able to know where to continue from or what to do. Do you get it? That is how life is. And that is how we all can be able to say, I am going this way, I am going that way, or I am going the other way. But Bismarck, if you don't track your progress, you are not the kind of person who is conscious of tracking your progress. Anything and anything will take you anywhere. You work by the wind. As for me, I don't believe in this diary, As for me, I just wake up and I know what to do. No, you don't know what to do. Tijani, it's not like you know what to do. You don't. Tony, you don't know what to do. But trust me, the moment you start tracking, the moment you start creating a conscious or making a conscious effort to actually track yourself, you realize that, oh, It makes a lot of sense. You know? You realize that it makes a lot of sense. And it's like, oh, I see. I see why people are writing this in their diary, and you have organizers. They have not only diary, they have organizers, what we call organizers. It's like a diary, but it organizes, it seems sort of to organize your life, you know? And to tell you that, oh, Friday you have a meeting with the president, and next week, Wednesday, you have this agenda. There are people you call their offices, they will not just give you audience because they have their life organized. Mm-hmm. So this one is very quick, very simple, straightforward to the point. Bismarck. Yes. If you are not ready to track your progress, you will never know whether you are growing or not. And you see, it's the same attitude some of us take to business. We run businesses, entrepreneurs, we don't track whether the business is growing or not. They don't have 1 year sales report. Look, there are businesses in Africa now, in other parts of the world now. You ask them, do you have your projections for 1 year? Those of you who watch this program on TV, Shark Tank, it's a program, they have the UK version, they have the US version. You realize that you are supposed to go and present your ideas to venture capitalists, right? People who have money, billionaires who have their money. You also need to bring your idea, tell them what the idea is about, and they will finance it. And if you are careful enough, you will realize that these people come with great ideas. But when questions are posed to them, they kind of start shaking. And you realize that the whole nice, beautiful idea falls flat because you don't have the projections. Because these people, those billionaires, they want numbers, they want the figures. They are like, okay, what is your projection for the next 1 year? Some will be very nice with you. What is your projection for the next 1 year? How many units have you sold so far since you started production? You said you are doing, or you are producing baby diapers. Okay, very good. What makes yours unique more than any other baby diaper on the market already? Because you are going to compete. What is your SWOT analysis? What are your who are your competitors? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Have you assessed? Have you analyzed it? If you don't have some of these things for them, your idea may not be financed. They'll just tell you straight in the face that we are sorry. No one is going to finance it because there is nothing to track. And I know there are business guys, there are entrepreneurs, there are people. Look, no matter how small the kind of business you are doing, no matter how small the kind of business you are doing, you always need to track how or where you started and where you are going and how it is progressing. Until you do that, you will not know. You will just be waking up in the morning, driving all the way to work and coming back with nothing. Thank you, Bismarck. Thank you, Patrick. Patrick said this makes sense and it will help you achieve your goals and ambitions in life easily. God bless you. God bless you as well. Mercy, good afternoon. All right. And most of you here, teachers, I want to apply to this teachers program. Okay. Where have you been? Have a diary, have a book, have a plan. In January or we are in August, right? By the end of August, I want to be able to do my transcript evaluation. These are the things I will do. I'll make sure that all these galamseys I've been doing by the side gigs I'm doing, I'll save money from it. So these small extra classes is going me 200 cedis a week. Okay, so by 2 weeks' time, I'll get this amount of money. All right, how do I add to it to be able to pay for the sponsored evaluation? Okay, this is where I'll go. So that plan is sitting there. You see, the moment you are conscious of it, nothing will derail you because you know that you want to move from point A to point B. You understand? Yes, you need to move from point A to point B. Then you are like, okay, after doing my transcript evaluation, the moment the transcript evaluation is ready, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start applying. In fact, before they are ready, let me start applying. By next week, I'll start applying to all the schools. I'll go on Wednesday and go and sit in a cafe, pay for time, and do all these applications. Then you list them. Trust me, it works. Eh? Recently, I had a lot on my plate. I sat in my class, did all the agenda, and when I came home, I'm like, okay, this is just an agenda. It will not do itself. It will not. I mean, nothing will happen if I don't do anything to this agenda. It's just an agenda. Things I want to do, things I have to get done, system I have to set in place for today to be able to meet my students. The slides that have to be ready, the information that I need to give them, how to present it. Sometimes you even do mini presentation, micro presentation to yourself. You speak to yourself, okay, guys, good morning, blah, blah, blah. This is how you do it. So if somebody interjects, what do I say? You have the whole thing mapped up in your mind. In your mind. Sometimes you have to write it. You can write it, okay, if somebody is deviating from my lesson, this is what I'll do. This is what I'll say. Okay, I'm going to talk about this. And these are the possible questions. I want to tell them about Ghana. Okay. Ghana is a beautiful country, rich in culture, music. Hey, have you heard of this song? It's from Ghana. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so if somebody wants to derail the class and say, oh, Mr. Oh, play that song for us. What am I supposed to do? I'll tell them, hey, guys, okay, don't worry. I'll play it for you when you do your work. The whole thing is mapped up in your brain, so it flows. All right? There are times you have to write a script for this content we are creating. Yes, not every content creator is able to flow. I mean, straight. We all started from somewhere. Look, there are times you create a script and you read a script. There are times you have to go according to the script. That is why sometimes when I'm doing certain contents and you ask certain questions, I don't even respond because it will derail me from what I'm doing. If it's a free flow one, you can ask any question and I'll answer you. But if it's not, I want to keep to script. I get to my point. That is how we do it. You guys need to track your progress. Hey, we all do it. We all need to do it. It is, and you see, sometimes I understand because we are not used to it. We are not used to it. So the teachers, the new teachers who came here, when such a task is put before them, they are like, Mr. Oh, how do I do this? Why are they doing this? They say we should do this one, do that one. Me alone. I'm checking my email. I am teaching children. I am responding to parents. I am doing that. Yes. It is because we are not used to it. Nobody tracks our progress. No one is holding us accountable. So it's like free for all. But even if no one is holding you accountable, consciously, if you start doing that for yourself, you realize so much, and you realize that after 1 year, 2 years, you're like, really? I have not made any progress? Yes, that's the only time you will know whether you have made progress or not. But if there's no tracking, I mean, you have not put any measures in place to track? I tell people that, listen, one thing I use to track my progress, one of the easiest ways, I learned that thing from somebody. I heard it on the radio and I'm like, you know what? I'll implement this. If we vote for a president I'm from Ghana, so let me use Ghana as an example. In Ghana, that government has 4 years on the seat, right? Okay. So I asked myself, at the end of the 4 years of the term of this government, what would I have achieved? That is a simple tracker. I'm using their term to, so you see, nothing of what they do moves me. But I am focused, okay, at the end of 4 years, if I cannot hold on anything that I've done for myself, then I didn't achieve anything. For some of us, we will sit there, complain. Prince, we will complain and complain and complain and complain and complain till the 4 years come and we didn't go. But do you know you can get a degree in 4 years? Yes. The time they will be sworn in, the president is sworn in, till the time that president's first term has ended and they will vote again, you would have finished your first degree. When you want to go and do your master's, by the time they come to the second term again, you would have finished your master's. At least that is something you can use to track yourself and say, hey, I am using this as a measuring stick, as a measuring yard or whatever, to actually see how far I can go. I want to learn driving. By the time this government leaves office, I want to be able to buy a car. I want to be able to buy a house. I want to be able to buy this, a plot of land costing this much. What are the plans that I have to put in place? Simple ones. So that government's terms becomes your tracker, at least a simple one. It's big. In between that, you can have the little ones that you can use to track yourself. All right? So however you do it, whether you are doing it inherently, you are listening to your guts, you are listening to your instinct, you are listening to your spirit, you are listening to whatever, you are having a diary, organizing your life properly. No matter how you do it, find a way to track progress. Don't just let us live as if there is nothing at stake. There's so much at stake. You are not in competition with anyone, but you are also in competition with everyone. All right? You are in competition with yourself. Number one, you are in competition with Prince. You are in competition with Fiadigbe. You are in competition with Prince again. You are in competition with Fiadigbe again. Every day you are in competition with you to become a better version of who you are. All right? Yes, 48 months is a lot of time to achieve a lot of stuff. But you see, Prince, trust me, a lot of people sit there for 48 months to pass by without doing anything. Yes, I know. I know what I'm talking about. Especially teachers. We see that we complain about the salary, we complain about anything. But you see, the salary you are complaining about, you don't even have the qualification to fight for that salary. All you have is basic set A. And you have been living on that set A for the past 15 years and no one has said anything. So you think that is it. Now they said if you don't have a degree, you cannot teach in the secondary school. Then you are up in arms. You are angry. Why are they saying we cannot teach? We have been teaching these children. Even with the set A, I taught them and they passed and they are blah, blah, blah. Yes, I taught the president. Yeah, you taught him with the set A. But now we are saying that those days are gone. That was in 1844. Now we are in 2004. We are in 2024 now. So the 1844 ideas, the bond that was signed cannot work today. You understand? So you must be able to upgrade. What is your plan to upgrade? What is your plan to jackpot? What is your plan to go back to school? What is your plan to run that business? Let us all be tracking progress. Take it as a child. You give birth, even from the time a woman takes a seed, the progress of that pregnancy is tracked to the time the person will give birth. Are you aware? You go to antenatal, the doctor will check, oh, your child is growing well, the heartbeat is there, oh, the legs are growing, oh, the nose has come, oh, he's moving, he's doing this. And it's assumed that by 30 weeks, this will happen. By 20 weeks, this should happen. By first 3 weeks, this should happen. But a lot of us lose sight of why do they track you? Somebody sat down and tracked the growth of a baby in the womb to the time the baby comes out and tells you that by 32 weeks, the child is supposed to come out. Have you thought of it? Yes. And so science. But listen, as much as God has put that thing into place, somebody sat down and actually monitored and looked at it very well. What should happen at each stage? But for us, we live. We don't know what is happening at each stage of our life. We don't know. We have plans, so many plans in our brain, but there is nothing to track. My simple message to you this Monday morning and for this week is that start tracking your progress and start monitoring the moves that you need to make. That is the only way you will be assured of a good displacement, so that your displacement does not become the movement from point A to point B. It must be an effective movement. All right? Thank you so much, Elisha. Good morning to you. Thank you guys so much for interacting with me. I appreciate you. I appreciate the time. I'm almost at my destination, so we will definitely interact again. God bless you, Timothy. God bless you as well. Yes, Elisha says 3 weeks. 3 weeks in America, right, Elisha? How is it? You need to come and tell us. We want to enjoy that. Please come and tell us how it's been, how has been the journey. All right? That will motivate others as well. Okay? Thank you so much. And you should be in class. I don't know what time you guys start your class. God bless you. God bless you, Timothy. Have a great day as well. Ivoga, thank you so much, Informa. I appreciate all of you. Yeah, Elisha. Definitely 3 weeks, huh? We need to touch base and tell us what has been your first 3 weeks like in America, teaching in America schools. We'll do that video very soon. All right. All right, guys. Have a blessed day. Have a wonderful week. Stay out of trouble. Track your progress, and let's see how far we are going as people. All right. I'll see you when I see you. Bye bye.